you just move into Montclair and say, I need to renovate my bathroom, but I don't know how much does it cost. If you are that type of family, and this video I'm gonna answer that question. By end of this video, I'm gonna be able to answer. By end of this video, you're gonna know what to expect, how much it's gonna cost, and why it's gonna cost, what it's gonna cost, and how can I maximize my budget, how can I spend more money, less money, what's the option. So for that, let's just dive into this actually project so you can see what it's gonna look like. Alright, let's dive into this. Is a house. If your house was built in 1994, somewhere in there, 10 years up, 10 years down, 15 years up, somewhere in there. Alright, if your house was built in Montclair, this is what to expect. This is a quick bathroom remodeling. Here's a quick layout for that bathroom. Now, permit, you need to apply permits no matter what. This is just better make it to, it's better to do it right, and you have any problems when you're selling the house, and also somebody from the town is gonna come and inspect and make it right. And that looks something like that. The yellow sticker, obviously you gotta bring our licenses, plumbing, electric, and building license, so they can see it that we are a legal and legit company, and we can do the job right. And then once approved, it's gonna be something like this. Approve, you plumbing, electric. You're gonna get a sticker for every stage when you get approved. There's 2 approvals. I'll talk about that later. But for now, let's just break it down in pricing. Demolition. What you expect behind the walls and how much it's gonna cost, something like that. So demo, it's your house 1994 is a lot more involved with demolition than younger houses. So the demolition is more intense. I'm just gonna break it down right here with the video. Look at that right there. Some of them has double ceiling. There's a lot of plaster. There's a lot of ladders. You have to be careful with the walls behind it because you don't want to move the plaster everywhere. So it's a little more intense. And when you open up the walls, you can have basically a 4-inch kind of concrete on the floor. You got to take everything out below the tiles. Then you have upgrade all the plumbing. So just so you have an idea what to expect behind the walls. And then I have other videos that explains more about comparing between plumbing only with new house and old houses. But for now, price, let's find out. So demolitions right there. Oh, by the way, I gotta go mark. So we need bathroom renovation. We need the permits, right? Let's check marks. Demolition, let's check marks. Reframe as need to create a pocket door. If you're gonna make a door in here, and like this is actually project. In this case, we gotta do floor joists. When the house is that old, and reframe, and then just show some pictures. When the house were old like this, as I show you, let me see if you can send the picture again, right here. If you see it right here, let me just mark this. If you see right here, all the floor joints, when you were building this house 100 years ago, they used to do the floor joist something like this. On the top part, they used to cut this thing so they can do something. This is the floor joist, so they can fill up with the concrete all of this, the full thing, and then put tile across. So you gotta remove all of this. Now your floor joist looks like this. What we gotta do is we gotta put a new floor joist sister to that, something like a brand new floor joist that's fully on top, so the new plywood can just be screwed down, basically. So you gotta add up all of that work if your house is over 100 years old. So basically 99% that has to be done. Okay, what that looks like when it part. Let me just go into the reframe as need. So right here, let me show right here. See right here, there is a sister to it. Let me just break it. Let me just make it more clear. See that right there? There is a. Let me check. I think you can make it closer. And I like this. All right. So if you see, you can. Right there. See that? This floor joist right here. I'm just mark it with this. Floor joist right here. It is pitched to the sides. And then you can really put a plywood there because it's gonna be weak. There's nothing to do solid. So the only way, the right way, and we gotta follow the codes. It's you got put a sister to it, and the sister has to be attached to the structural part, and then you gotta bolt it into the existing floor joist, and then you gotta drill it through this base whole thing to make it solid, and everything looks like a brand new floor, and then the subfloor is gonna go right on top of this. So How those years houses, you gotta do this. You can't pass by because the way they used to build before was like that, and the only way to fix that problem it is making it different. All right, obviously, anyway, if you're gonna put a niche, you're gonna put a resistant frame. That's also gonna require some framing like this. If it's a structural wall, then we need a beam, we need a not beam, we need a header, so we can do all these openings. So that's all those would add up on the cost. Let's just take a basis based on this project. Based on this project, when they just mark the frame as need. Plumbing and water lines, I see what it looks like. What you expect behind the walls, what you need to do when it's done and finished, what it should look like, new PVC, new water lines. This is all the plumbing, this is all the electric, and then you can put a sewer floor on top of it. But you gotta upgrade all the water lines and the sewer line. And all of that has to be inspected so the town can see what actually plumbing looks like. The shower is gonna look something like this. The water lines comes in there, hot, cold, and if you can see this, but this is the shower. Here's the hot water, here's the cold water coming there, and here is the valve that mixes, and this is the valve that tells the water to go here, or sometimes go here if you have a spout for a fill up the bathtub. Okay, now I hope you understand that. Let's just mark that. Then electric. Let's just take a look at the electric. Same thing, electric. What to expect? You're gonna see some of those PX wires. Sometimes, if your house over 100 years, with 30 years, 50 years more, then you're gonna see an up and tube. But if not, if you are lucky enough, you're gonna have BX wire like that. But you gotta upgrade all the wires anyway to the new code. That way, your house looks more like this in electric ways. There's the demolition will look like. And then the new one, it has to be something like this. There's a new Romex boxes, electric, and let me see if I can have much better picture so you can have better view. Yep, here's some electric. Look at that, some electric wiring all around the new wiring. So this is what the new thing is gonna. You gotta upgrade to pass inspection and to make it right. So let's just see electric with electric, waterproofing, the most crucial part. For this size bathroom, we got a waterproof. Waterproof is something like this. Let's start something like this. See that red stuff? You gotta apply this over the concrete board or synthetic. But before that, behind the wall is other story too, to make sure there is no leak is gonna happen. Take a look right here. We go the extra mile. We put this membrane that goes. Let me just explain this. It's super important. This membrane all the way to the floor, then comes out to the wall a bit. It happens everywhere. So that way the entire shower gets waterproof. Not only when it's going to be the shower, the entire surface gets waterproof. If for example you have an accident on the toilet, if you have accident on the toilet, the water is not going to go to the first floor if your bathroom is on the second floor. So to avoid all those problems, we address those back early on the construction. Now behind the walls, what we do is we put a 4mm plastic. That way, if for any reason water will go through the tile, through the membrane of waterproofing, through the concrete board, all the synthetic stuff, will not go through the plastic. Remember, plastic takes over 100 years to break down, and this will be sealed down. This will be sealed. Let me share with this. This plastic, we're gonna seal it against the bathtub. So that means there's no way this bath will have a leak. So we go 3 layers of waterproofing, and we give the homeowner peace of mind, give everybody peace of mind. It's just a little bit more work. It's not a huge difference, but it does add up the value. Alright, next one. Let me see if I have a better picture for waterproofing, because waterproofing is very crucial. And this is what it looks like, more bigger picture waterproofing. You see, waterproofing the shower. Basically, this membrane is going up, was open behind the walls. Here, and go up behind the walls. So everything is waterproof. Then we have a tin, and then there's a seal against the top right here. seal right here, so there's no chance of leakage as the bathroom can use or gets older. All right, so waterproof, yes. This video is getting too long. So next one, insulation and drywall and compound. We need that. Share with you quickly what they look like. Here is what the insulation look like. So this is a rockwood insulation for soundproof and insulation. Let me see better picture for the insulation. This is interior walls. Here the insulation. Let me see what else. Okay, drywall and compound. Right there. See that insulation? That's all rockwood insulation in this. I don't know if you can see this, but look at this. That's all insulation. All exterior wall needs to be insulated. Now you can run dry lines on the exterior walls, but you cannot run plumbing lines on the exterior walls because they're gonna freeze. Actually, this is just a bent pipe. Actually, this is not even drying. This is just bent in. This is bent in the bathtub, bent in the sink, and bent in, I think, the toilet. This is what insulation it looks like, and the drywall looks like. So insulation, drywall, bathrooms, you gotta use more proof insulation. Have a better picture. Yeah, that right there. And this is the floor. All right, next one. So we mark this. Yeah, we mark this. Now we need trim work and finish painting. We need to do some trim work around the bathroom to make it look nice. All right, let me see if I have any trim work right here. Trim work is something like this. In this case, most of the time it's the door saddle. In this case, we had to use oak saddle because of the synthetic house exterior floor, and this has to be a very colorless shower, so a wheelchair can come in there. But this, here's the trim around. We gotta install some moldings inside. If your house is over 100 years, we gotta custom the trim, match the rest of the bathroom, the exterior part. So let's just see. We need trim work. Now tile work. This is very crucial. And this, when I take this example, this is stone tile. So it's a lot more work. It's a lot more involvement. So it's a little more detailed process than the porcelain. Porcelain, depends on the size you pick, but porcelain is much easier to do the installation, less for the team to be concerned about installation and all of those things. So this is actually the stone bathroom. Let me share with you when the guys are applying the grout right here. This is when the tile has already been installed, but this is a beautiful marble, Carrara marble tile. Look at that, they are applying the things, they are on the installation phase, right there. So there's a beautiful floor right there, there's a border around. So all of those adds up time, adds up some cost, but at the end you'll have a beautiful stone bathroom that you got it. Alright, so tile work, we need tile work. Next is final fixtures installation. This is when we install everything. So the bathroom is already done. Let's do installation. For example, this is another example from the bathroom, but it's when my team really do the final installations. Here's the bathroom. Quick enough. Alright, next one. Here is where you can either blow your budget, you can be budget conscious, and you can be more thoughtful to your budget. So when you pick the tile, in this bathroom is marble. So marble is more expensive, and also there's lines for marble, right? There's lines for stone. You can really go crazy expensive, and you can really be conscious. This is a beautiful piece of tile, and from what you can just go through the pictures. It's tile all the way inside. It's a few niches being built, double niches. There is a exterior part. There is a chair rail. So it's a lot more involved. If you see right there, we lay down this whole thing and next to the outside part. Then we pre-cut the entire thing. We do the borders to make sure everything is precisely. You gotta make sure everything fits beautifully. Installation and everything else. So this tile for this bathroom, for this bathroom, for this bathroom only. There was a chair here, there was all the little things is needed. 8,524.75. So let's just match that. You can pick something different. It's gonna change a little bit on the price of installation. Yes, it will, but not huge. Then you need a bathtub. Remember the bathtub over there? We are marked that. That is 1,000. And here's the cool thing. In our proposals, we give you the link, and the link will take you to the website right there. See that? You can just check the price yourself, and also they give you more options right there, more expensive tubs if you want to. So you get to pick. Now from this price right here, you're gonna see that we increase if it comes from our. If we go buy it and install it for you, from this space we do 10% markup, so we can guarantee this product. Plus obviously when she's gonna warranty, but we will warranty the installation because it's been purchased through our company. So inspect from the number, 10% more. Alright, let's go back. Where? No, right here, sorry. This is the bathroom. So bathtub, we need bathtub, shower, finish fixtures. You saw the picture over there. Same thing, all of this can take you to the website, but this is the shower finish fixtures. This is thing, I forgot the name of this brand, it's a cooler brand, but I forgot the name of the line. But this is a nice solid brass finish fixture. There's so many to pick from. The price range around the same pricing. Here's a toilet, same thing, have a link. You can pick a cheaper toilet if you want to, but for a bathroom like this you will have a nice beautiful toilet, a quality one. Mirror, amazing cabinet, same thing, you can pick something less expensive, but this one is a nice one that the family picked for this bathroom. Alright, next, lights. These cons lights go each side. You can pick something different, but this one could really go nice with this bathroom. Then is the vanity. This one right here, those vanity could be expensive. This got expensive because we got the custom countertop for it, and this is the price for that. Now the last thing is we need a shower door. We can either do custom or we can just do stack. If we do stack, it's a little less expensive. If we do custom, because of the shower door, where is it? It's custom shower door and according to the holder. This is not actually information for this, and the price is around this price because for this bathroom didn't have to custom, didn't want to go any higher, just want to keep the standard opening and standard height with a nice glass door, and this is the price for that. Next is faucet, and for last thing is hooks and all the finishes. This bathroom in total is this right here, full complete, got out all the finishes. This is what the price is gonna be for this bathroom, 77,460.42. Alright, from there you can decide however you wanna build your bathroom. Could be full bathroom remodeling, eco ranch, somewhere between 45 and 78-80,000 if you're gonna blow your budget for bathrooms this size. Okay, thanks so much. I hope that gave you guys some information and give you some knowledge about pricing and what to expect for the bathroom in cost. You decide where you want to land, but remember, as you can decide on your selections, but some things like a plumbing, electric behind the walls, you don't have no control on it. If your house is newer, you don't have to upgrade them. If your house is old, you must upgrade them. So hopefully that'll help you. I know 20 minutes video is kind of too long. So you guys take care.